Mr. Gruberman, stand up again, sir. This is an action on a special use permit. So just refresh our recollection. The reason this needs a special use permit is
because of the size of the development. It's above 30,000 square feet in occupancy space. So at that point, it requires a special use permit for our ordinance.
And the planning board has addressed this issue?
The planning board has addressed it. They've made a recommendation to approve the project, and they have provided findings of fact which this board should ratify as part of this action. That's included in the minutes?
Yes, sir. Included in the package?
Yes.
And you're familiar with the project, is that correct?
Yes.
And are you familiar with were you involved at all with the planning board? Were you at the meetings?
Yes, I helped the planning board through that process.
Okay.
And I also conducted the neighborhood compatibility meeting.
And to your testimony, the two parcels are all currently part of the Sawmill Village development area?
That's correct.
And is the use or development of this project, is it located, designed, and proposed to be operated so as to maintain or promote the public health, safety, and general welfare?
Yes, in addition to the normal building codes that everybody in the county has to build to, there are also additional codes that reflect occurrence and exterior maintenance that are set up by the North Carolina Housing and Finance Agency for that tax credit purpose. So they have additional requirements that they place on the builder. So he would have to comply with all the county codes, our UDO, and the HFA.
Now, are there or will there be at the time that they are required adequate public facilities to serve the use or development as specified in section 4.11 of our UDO?
Yes, they've already met with Jay Gibson in regards to the utility service to those areas. They will make those extensions that are necessary, and that we do have the capacity in that area for the additional units. G&B at the original time when they proposed Sawmill Village was looking at that area as being possibly residential future anyway. So this is still fitting in with even G&B's original plan. Okay. There are also, because of the site where it's located, there's very short travel distances to Georgia Road, either off Aldermen Drive, or if people want to use the light at Siler Road, they can do that. So they're very close to actually 3 points of access.
Does the use or development comply with all required regulations and standards of the UDO? With variances there too?
Yeah, there's no variances on this project required at this time. If one should crop up because of site conditions, that would have a separate process that they would have to go through in order to do that. And we will certify the compliance with the UDO before we issue the land development permit, which is required for them to get the building permit.
The use or development is located, designed, and proposed to be operated so as to be compatible with the particular neighborhood in which it is located?
Yeah, we think that that's accomplished too, because there's a significant elevation difference between Sunday Road, which is immediately to the east of this development, and the development itself. And with that berm that's currently there, if they retain that berm, the people on Sunday Drive will probably not see the house.
Sunday Drive?
It's the road behind it.
Is there something?
Yeah, as you go down Aldermen, there's a left, and then it comes back up this way. Basically ends here. There's a portion of it, I believe, that's an easement on the G&B property, and I believe that's been abandoned. Ms. Urey lives here. Mr. Litton's properties are here, and then there's two other parcels in between Mr. Litton's and Ms. Urey.
Okay. And does the use or development conform with the general plans for the physical development of the town as embodied in the ordinance, the principles of growth, the thoroughfare plan, and any other duly adopted plans of the town?
Yes, they do.
And the planning board found that the applicant met the burden of establishing the findings of fact which you and I just talked about?
Yes, they have.
What is your thought about this?
I mean, this is a The development, I think, is well done. Because of the additional requirements that required through the HFA process in North Carolina, I think we'll have a cut above. Their management here, because of this, is it's not done as a getaway cheap project. So, I mean, while the rents are inexpensive, that's because of the tax credits that are applicable to this property, not because of shortcuts taken in construction. So, you know, I think that this project would serve a need in the community, and we feel it's, I agree with the developer, feels that it's probably best situated at that site for the chance with HFA.
Okay, questions tonight? I'll open it up to the board for their comments.
I think it's something we need. And I think I'm not built as far as the aesthetics and it's attractive, and it would be an asset to the area. Lots of trees, I'm a tree person.
It looks like a lot of precautions have been taken to, for the people who live around there. A lot of thought's been put into it.
Definitely a need.
I move we approve.
That's second.
All in favor? Okay, thanks, folks. We gotta back it up here. I can't really let something ahead. We need to get ahead of it. Okay, January 3rd and January 15th. January 3rd seems so long ago, but we did meet. And also, any comments on those minutes, any suggested changes or any motion to approve?
I just got one suggested change.
All right, Billy's got, listen up.
I know we don't do this.
That's right, that's why I said about me big.
On the last page, the January 3rd minutes, we were talking about request to have paved lane added to the street maintenance system. Basically, I believe the reason, this originally turned down was due to the width of the street, but basically I think it was because it did not meet the criteria of how built, and there was other things included in that.
It was specifically because it didn't meet the house.
How built, yeah. And so I'd like to get that to change
That comports with what really we wanted to have in it. Reflect. So with that, Janet, do you have some language you make that change?
Oh, yeah, I can make that change.
With that, then, do you have a motion, Billy?
with that change, move to accept.
All in favor, raise your hand. Okay.